Welcome. We back. Welcome to another Bojoul video, the home of self-care and beauty and wellness and every and anything that will help you and encourage you to become the better and highest version of yourself. We're all evolving. Nobody has arrived. That's the thing. It's a journey. It's not we finished. It don't work like that. Nobody's finished. People, we all are at different levels of our self-care. And when you realize that you're at a different level, but it's always room to grow. So that's why we're always evolving. This is evolved wellness, evolved self-care. And today, in our last video, we spoke about you learning how to keep your word to others. Being a person of your word and the character and the integrity and what that means and what that looks like for your own self-care. But today I want to talk about keeping your word to yourself. So deep. As it pertains to keeping your word to yourself, right? You hear what you say before anybody else hear what you say. Because you think it before you even say it, right? When in our self-care journey, it's different things that we say to ourselves and different things that we promise that we're going to do for ourselves, right? When you make good on what you say to yourself or about yourself or for yourself, and you make good on it, it just encourages that more positive behavior in that direction. However, when you do not make good on what you say, and when you fail to reach or even do what you said you was going to do, it has a negative effect as well. What I wanted to say today is when you keep your word to yourself, I'm going to say that's even more important or just as important as keeping your word to others. When you keep your own word and you honor your commitments and your promises that you make to yourself, you bring numerous benefits to your life. I'm going to share a few with you today. The first one is about self-trust and confidence. My God, this is going to be a series. Now we're going to go in today. Self-trust and confidence. If you cannot trust yourself, my God, I have to pause right there. You don't want to think of yourself as a liar. Let's just go right into it right there. When you say, you don't want to be the person that when you say things, you don't even believe yourself. And that happens when you have said so many things and made so many promises to yourself and you have not made good. Keeping your word to yourself is monumentous. It's at the core of every single thing that you do. When you consistently keep your promises to yourself, you build a strong foundation of self-trust. Like it's a level of confidence. Like I know that I'm going to do it. Like it's certain things that you should just know. Like it's happening. I'm doing this. It gives you like a stronger belief in yourself because you know that what you say that you're going to do for yourself is going to be done. I'm a big component on keeping my word to other people, but I am an even bigger advocate for keeping my word to myself. Everything starts at home. Self-trust becomes a powerful force. It propels you forward and it empowers you to take on new challenges and to pursue new goals with conviction, knowing that it's happening. I'm doing this. A lot of times we don't get started on different goals and different aspirations because you don't believe yourself, because you don't trust yourself. You don't believe that it's possible for you to be better than what you are right now. You don't believe that it's possible for you to do more than you have been doing. You don't believe it. You don't believe yourself. You've said it, but you don't believe your own word. And that is the negative effect that it has on your self-care. It makes you not even strive. And if you do take the effort to strive, it makes you not follow through with what you're striving for because you don't believe yourself. You don't have self-trust or confidence in what you want or what you're trying to be. Next, when you honor your commitments to yourself, you foster personal growth and it facilitates achievement. When you're setting goals and you're constantly following through on them, this goal, from one goal to the next, from one goal to the next, and you keep following through on your own word, right? You keep following through on your own word. What happens is, it's like a force. It reinforces your capacity to grow. It's like a thrusting power like behind you. Like you done made good on this, you done made good on that, you done made good on that, and before you know it, you from here, you all the way down here now, just from that one step at a time. Like a little force behind you, a little push here, and you keep moving and you keep moving, and you before you know it, you're light years away from where you were. Personal growth and achievement from keeping your word to yourself. Isn't that powerful? Keep your word to yourself. Next, when you keep your word to yourself, it enhances your self-discipline. When I say that I'm going to do something, I'll stay up all night to do it because I made that promise to myself. It's like you can have a sense of self-accountability. That is so powerful. I do well with accountability partners, but how dope is it for you to become your own accountability partner, for you to hold yourself accountable for what you said that you was going to do? So deep. That means you become this all-inclusive ball of accountability, all-inclusive. It's all within. And although we move in society and we need people, we're social beings, we need others. Sometimes others may not be available. Sometimes you may not be able to have that at that particular moment. And guess what? You need to be able to pull from within you to get things done. Your self-discipline becomes so enhanced when you get things done. It's like a muscle. When you use your leg muscles every week in the gym, those muscles continue to get stronger. When you use your arm muscles, if you're working on your stomach, whatever part of your body you're working on, you work on it, it just keeps getting stronger. That's how it works. When you use that muscle of self-discipline to make sure that you do what you have to do, and that what you do, you do the things that you've told yourself that you're going to do, your self-discipline becomes stronger and stronger. So what it's doing, right, is setting you up, right, for what's in the future to come that's going to require greater levels of self-discipline. So you're preparing yourself here, just being a person of your word, just honoring the things that you've said that you're going to do. And so as time move on and you reach different other opportunities, it requires deeper levels of self-discipline. And now you have it because nothing happens overnight. It's a building process. Honor your own word. Next, when you honor your own word, you increase your own self-respect and integrity. My God. Self-respect. You look at yourself and you say, I'm not a liar. When you talk, you will believe what you say. It is something to be said about a person who say they're going to do something, and when they say it, they don't even believe themselves. That's powerful. When you don't believe yourself, I'm pausing on purpose, guys, because I'm like, if I can't believe myself, I surely can't believe anybody else who may have the best intention towards me. But you see how this self-care journey is so deeply layered? It's so deeply layered that what you say to yourself and what you do in response to your own words, it affects this self-care journey so deeply. Because, for instance, when you say, hey, I'm going to drink more water because I am dehydrated. You could, if you go to the doctor, sometimes you don't even need to go to the doctor to know that you're dehydrated. But if you go to the doctor and they let you know you're greatly dehydrated, blah, 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 blah. And you come home and you say, hey, I'm going to drink more water. But in everything else that you do and everything else that you say, you do not make good on what you do and what you say. You won't even believe yourself when you say it. And guess what? Every discipline affects the next discipline. So when you don't believe that, you don't believe this. You don't believe this, you don't believe that. And guess what? You have a long line, like this whole connective of not being able to execute on anything that you have said because you don't believe yourself. Because yourself, right, see that you're not making good on nothing that you say. And even though you say, oh, it's just me, it doesn't matter. It matters. It matters. Because it makes the difference between doing and not doing, accomplishing and not accomplishing. It makes a difference. Honor your own word. Be a person who can believe what they say themselves. The last thing I wanted to say on this point is, when you can be a person who believes what they say and you can honor your own word, it gives you a sense of inner peace. Because you can rest on your word. What I say I'm going to do, I said it, I'm going to do it. I said it, I'm going to do it. Everything that you say, you understand that you're going to do. And so you have this sense of peace and you're at this more extended periods of calm in your life. And those extended periods of calm, right, what it does is it brings you into a state of clarity. When you're at peace, you're clear, and you're ready to execute. When you're taking a journey and you're clear on your direction, you're clear on what it's going to take for you to get there, you have an inner sense of peace. You're calm. That is self-care, ladies and gentlemen. That is self-care, baby. I'm pausing for a reason. If I cannot believe myself when I speak, it's a recipe for disaster. Because anything that I want to do in my life, any goal that I want to set, anything I want to strive for, I'm going to think it before I even speak it. And if I think it and when I speak it, I don't even believe it, and I'm already like on this fast track to not believing or not accomplishing things, then it's like counterproductive. If I cannot believe what I say, and I can't be in a state of peace or clarity and moving forward to my next mission or my next goal, it's like it's self-sabotaging. At this point, it's like, what's the point? Right? What's the point? Being a person of your word is so big and it matters so much. It is self-care. It is self-care. I have to be able to believe me before I can believe anybody else. That's a fact. That is a fact. So while keeping your word to others is very important, keeping your word to yourself is even more important, because it is the foundation of every self-care goal. It is the foundation of your self-care journey. I am so grateful today to be able to share these things with you. I am so grateful. As sometimes when I pause, when I'm talking to you guys, and I pause, I'm taking it in myself. You know what I mean? It's hard to share such goodness and not be impacted yourself. Be a person of your word. So deep for me. So deep. And it should be deep for you as well. It is your foundation. When I say I'm going to do something, I'm doing it for myself. First and foremost. I'm getting up early. I'm going to sleep earlier. I'm going to eat better. I'm doing it for myself. I'm going to believe the things that I say. Because guess what? You believe the things that you say when you start to see yourself do exactly what you say you're going to do. That is it. Thank you for joining us for this discussion. I'm so grateful. I'm so blessed. I'm happy. I am so happy. I'm happy to be here to share this with you. And if anything that we said, anything that we have discussed today have encouraged you or just made you think differently, share it. Subscribe to our channel. Hit the like button. If you're listening to us on podcast, download us, follow us, subscribe to that as well. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. This is the Bojoul channel, the home of self-care and beauty, wellness, and anything that's going to help you to become a higher, greater, fuller, more expanded version of yourself. Thank you so much for joining us today. And remember that self-care is the best care. Later.